gap between innovation and education. In today's rapidly evolving world, technology has become an undeniable force shaping how we live, work, and most importantly, how we learn. From interactive whiteboards to personalized learning apps, digital tools are transforming classrooms across the globe. But how this technological revolution play out in the diverse landscape of our public and private school systems? Join us as we dive deep into the fascinating world of educational technology, exploring its promises, challenges, and the distinct ways it's being integrated within public and private institutions. We'll unpack the benefits, dissect the disparities, and discuss what the future holds for students and educators alike. Get ready to power up your understanding. This is Future Forward, and we're starting now. So let's welcome our first interviewee, Ma'am Genevieve Sevilla. She studied Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English at Mater Dei College. Good morning, Ma'am. Here's the first question. What are some common challenges public school teachers face when integrating technology into their classrooms, and how can this be overcome?
Number one, the common challenges we face here in private school when using technology would probably be the unlimited access that the student would have, because though it's nice that there is an internet connection in schools, but most of the time we cannot really monitor the kids what they are watching. For example, there are no teachers and they still have their phones, or the TV is still connected with internet. We cannot really monitor from time to time what they are watching. Yeah, it would really be risky if they, just probably secretly agree to watch something like horror or something SPG or something like that. So that's very that would be a very problematic one. Another problem is that there are students, though they are in private school and they are most likely from rich families, there are students who are not allowed yet to use technology or bring phones in the classroom. So there's this tendency that when we actually have manggod a day for gadget, that they have to answer a quiz through their gadgets. But there are times also that there are students who do not have gadgets. Okay, so dili sila maapil sa answer, or they probably go na lang sa traditional one. And masuya sila sa uban nga na ay kind of phones, because they are just kids, elementary pa man good. Another problem would be, of course, if we rely too much on technology. For example, we prepare to use technology on this day, tapos nag-brown out. Or, for example, wala internet. That really happened a lot of times. And then, so it would really disturb your preparation and would really lead you into thinking of something as substitute activity. Yeah. How can this be avoided? Well, we should be prepared in times. We should think beforehand, what would happen if I prepared this to use this technology and there would be no electricity or no internet. So there should already be an automatic alternative for it. For the monitoring of the kids, what to watch, like their access. Well, we keep on reminding the kids not to use Messenger or Facebook, TikToks, or apps that are not really needed when in learning. Constant reminder. And also we integrate also surrendering their gadgets if it's not used for studies or lessons.
In what ways does technology help teachers personalize learning for students with different abilities and learning speeds?
For number two, we have students here who have different learning abilities, because we have students panggodo are special kids bitaw, gifted students, and they really some of them learn more or learn faster in traditional, but some of them also learn faster in digital format. So how does technology help them? It makes the class more interesting, more interactive, and since there are students who really get bored, especially elementary students, kids, they really get bored easily. So when using technology, it would, make them more energized and more active.
How do teachers balance the use of technology with traditional teaching methods to ensure a well-rounded education?
For number three, well, yeah, there should always be a balance between traditional and digital. Because not all the time students want digital, not all the time also that students enjoy traditional. So there should be a perfect balance of both. So how do we incorporate this one? Well, here in MDC Elementary, we have days intended for, traditional discussions, lectures and stuff. So there are also days wherein we play games through the use of technology, or we let them watch video in connection with the lesson. So yeah, we have TVs here, we use laptops, we let the children use their tablets or phones when we have their Quipper days. But we also have books, of course, printed ones, to help them also read, encourage them to read. Yeah, so basically like that. We don't just rely on technology alone. We also have the materials, still the printed ones that they can really touch and read whenever it's not applicable to use technology. For number three also, as much as we are already living in a modern time and the use of technology is very inevitable, we cannot really avoid, or we cannot really stop the use of technology. Well then, teachers should also should be mindful of not forgetting the traditional one. Yeah.
Our next interviewee, Ma'am Apolates Cabañas. She studied Bachelor of Elementary Education at Bohol Island State University, Calaki campus. Good morning, Ma'am. Here's the first question. What are some common challenges public school teachers face when integrating technology into their classrooms, and how can this be overcome?
Public school teachers often face several challenges when integrating technology into their classrooms. These include limited resources such as insufficient devices or poor internet connection, and lack of training, which affects teachers' confidence in using digital tools. Some public school teachers show little interest in learning to use technology because they may see it as difficult, unnecessary, or time-consuming. This lack of motivation can limit the integration of digital tools in teaching. To address this, schools should highlight the benefits of technology in improving teaching and student engagement. Schools should also provide continuous teacher training and strengthen technical support.
In what ways does technology help teachers personalize learning for students with different abilities and learning speeds?
Technology helps teachers personalize learning by providing tools that adjust to each student's needs and pace. Through adaptive learning programs, teachers can give easier or more challenging tasks depending on the student's performance. Multimedia resources such as videos and interactive activities also cater to different learning styles. This flexibility enables teachers to support slow learners while challenging advanced students, making learning more engaging and effective for everyone.
How do teachers balance the use of technology with traditional teaching methods to ensure a well-rounded education?
In my view, teachers can balance technology and traditional teaching by using both in ways that complement each other. I believe technology makes learning more engaging through videos, interactive lessons, and online activities. But traditional methods like discussions, writings, and hands-on work are still very important. For me, the key is to use technology as a tool to enhance learning, not to replace real classroom interaction. I think students learn best when they experience both, using technology to explore and discover while still practicing essential skills like communication and critical thinking through traditional methods. This balance helps create a more meaningful and complete learning experience.
Our third interviewee, Ma'am Vivian de la Victoria. She is currently teaching at Giwanon Elementary School from Tubigon, Bohol.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. The question is, how does the school system utilize ICT tools to assess student learning outcomes?
Schools use computers and apps to help teachers, especially in checking students' learning. These tools make it easy to give tests and quizzes online. Students can send their homework through learning platforms. Some apps also show how much a student has learned. Lastly, this helps teachers see who needs more help and who is doing well.
Introducing our fourth interviewee, Ma'am Rose Pongkol. She has a bachelor's degree of secondary education, major in science.
Good morning, Ma'am Rose. So here's your first question. How do secondary teachers incorporate technology into their daily lesson plans to enhance student engagement and learning?
So for me, teachers use tools like interactive whiteboards and fun learning apps to make lessons more interesting and to teach in ways that work for everyone. So as for me in my class, I use interactive games as well as like the spin the wheel. So it makes my students wants to learn, like they participate in my class when I use that kind of technology. And
For number 2, what are some common challenges public school teachers face when integrating technology into their classrooms, and how can this be overcome?
so many teachers don't get enough training or kanina pinaka-importante, the money for technology. And sometimes the technology that we use doesn't work right. Like the TV here in the island, there's a TV, but then again, there's no electricity. And schools can fix this by offering training, finding more money, and having tech support ready to help. Those here sa island nga competition is na yung mga laptops that was given by the Fed. But then again, there's no teacher that is gonna more knowledgeable in ICT because we only know the basics manggod about laptops and other technology. So mao na isa sa mga challenge sa mga school teachers.
Thank you, ma'am. And for number 3, in what ways does technology help teachers personalize learning for students with different abilities and learning speeds?
Technology lets teachers change how they teach for each student. So some programs adjust to how fast a student learns, so everyone can learn at their own pace.
Okay, ma'am, for number 4, how do teachers balance the use of technology with traditional teaching methods to ensure a well-rounded education?
It's kind of challenging though. Teachers like me use technology for some things like looking up for information and working together on projects. But I also make sure that to have regular class discussion and hands-on activities, so students get a good mix of learning methods. Like for today, I will discuss the topics, and tomorrow I will use technology in enhancing the topic more.
Okay, ma'am. And for number 5, what role does technology play in facilitating communication between teachers, students, and parents? And how does this impact student success?
Tech makes it easier for teachers, the students, and the parents to talk to each other through emails and online systems. So, emails are rampant in nowadays. Like, it can be used in school or any business, something. So, this helps everyone stay connected and helps students do better in school.
For the last question, ma'am, what are the biggest barriers to adopting new technologies in the classroom, and how can schools address this to better support teachers?
I guess the biggest problems are the new tech, are that kanang the new technology equipments can be expensive. Teachers also need trainings to use it, especially those teachers na literable, like old enough na sa service. And schools need good internet too, especially here sa island na congestion. There's no good internet, like mawala-wala siya, and there's no electricity too. So schools can address these barriers by setting aside money for technology. Ito na dyan the first one, because the sweldo here in public is not high enough, and the training for teachers can also cost money. You can address this barrier by having the trainings for teachers na mga wala kayo'y alamag sa technology. And this is the most important, improving the internet sa school. Kaya we cannot use this technology without the internet. Internet is important too. That's it.